roll.
Yay!
Woo!
Here we are with our friend Brian, who appears to be off camera for some reason.
Maybe he's making a grand entrance.
Oh, Darth Brian, as he wants to refer to him now. Well, welcome. Welcome to everyone who is tuning in for us tonight.
Hi, friends.
Oh, Darth!
Welcome here.
So stupid.
I know, that's why it's perfect. Hi, B-Rye. Well, I'm Rachel.
The sunlight stings my eyes.
Where's Mom? Mom loves Brian. Mom needs to be watching Brian. Okay, I'm Leslie. I'm an alcoholic.
I'm Rachel, and I'm an alcoholic.
I'm Darth Brian. I'm also an alcoholic.
So we are gonna do the Enneagram personality type test tonight.
I love that one. I've done it before.
You know, I've never done it.
It's
Which
very
one is
interesting.
Well,
Enneagram.
It's called Enneagram, and I am actually going to send the guys.
It's a numbered.
The link to the.
I'm a 7.
Hey, no, shh. We don't know yet.
I do.
So, what is an Enneagram? So, apparently, the Enneagram, the 9 types of Enneagrams are divided among heart types, head types, and body types. Heart types depend on their emotional intelligence to understand their own reactions and connect with others. Head types depend on their intellectual intelligence to make sense of things and navigate the world around them. And body types depend on their instinctual intelligence to follow their gut and respond to threats and opportunities. So that's very interesting. You know, I think I have seen Enneagram, but I have never really explored anything with it.
My therapist is all about it. That's why I've done this. But I mean, it can change as you grow as a person, because just like when we did the color test, like mine was completely different the first time.
Yes. So we are all each going to take this test separately, but I will share the screen with you, people at home, so that you see what we are looking at. And I'm actually going to also post this in the live chat.
Yay!
And that way we can, if you want to play along, you can. Now, Rachel or Brian, please explain to the audience why we would do something like this on a recovery and sobriety podcast.
Well, I mean, for me, like, I just got kind of bored of watching Power Rangers, like the original one on YouTube. So I figured, like, why not figure out why I'm watching Power Rangers instead?
I mean, can't argue with that.
Hey?
Sobriety is a journey, you know? So...
Yeah, you know, keep digging.
I mean, Pink Ranger was my first crush, so, like in life. So...
Oh, my.
I want to find out why.
Okay.
I agreed to participate.
Because we're going to have fun. This is more of a silly one. So, just a little pretense. Leslie and I were talking today, and we want to do more things where we're more engaging with everyone. Hopefully be more consistent. So we're having like the strict kind of AA.
Did you hear that thunder?
Stuff. No.
Really thundering there right now?
Oh my god, that scared me. Hi, baby.
I thought you burped.
No.
We are doing like the strict AA stuff, and then I thought, you know, let's do something fun too, because we thought about trivia as well. So we'll see. But for me, this helps take an inner look at who I am and how I think, and that can help me understand like the basis of my decisions. It's just a different way of looking at it, because as we've talked before, like AA, NA, whatever recovery you're doing, it's not the only way. So I think this could help,
Exactly.
And it's just fun. It's fun.
Well, and it's nice to kind of,
unless you're a sociopath and you figure that out, then I'm sorry, but they don't lie.
I was gonna do a sociopath test. There's narcissist tests, there's sociopath tests.
We'd all pass.
Yeah.
Hey, I finished it. Why does it say the police are on their way?
Brian, you better get that Pink Ranger right in that noodle, because you're going to be gone for about 5 to 8.
Scared.
Aw. Actually, they don't do 5 to 8.
I am. Are we supposed to be doing it already? Because I already
No, no, Brian, you know the drill. Come
I
on,
didn't know. I didn't know we were
Leslie
gonna do it. I
let
started
Leslie
looking at it.
control everything because she'll get mad and you don't like her when she's angry.
Oh, okay.
No, we take
Okay.
turns, remember?
I didn't know we were gonna do it like that.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was what I was hoping for, but then you were like, "Oh, we're gonna do it separately." So I was like, "Okay, I'll do my homework."
All
I'm
right.
trying to get a better camera angle because if I look at the screen, it looks like I'm looking down the whole time, and I don't like talking to the camera because I feel
No,
weird.
you look you look great. We can't tell. We can't tell. All right, so here we go. The Enneagram personality test. What's the first question, Brian?
I strive for perfection.
Ooh.
Okay, so we have inaccurate, neutral, and accurate, and we have 5 levels. So we're gonna say
Right. The in-betweeners.
Can we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Exactly.
and 5 is
5
accurate?
is accurate.
Okay. 1 is inaccurate.
Right.
Cool.
So I'm accurate. I strive for perfection.
Yep, me too.
I am neutral. I used to be accurate, but no, I'm pretty neutral, I think.
Okay. I'm next, I guess. I work hard to be helpful to others, and that is accurate 5.
Yeah, I would say mine's a 5 as well.
5 on that. I am.
Good. Good.
It is important to me that other people like me. I'm gonna, you know what? I'll be in the middle of neutral and accurate because, yeah.
So like a 4.
So 4.
Yeah, like a 4.
I think
4.
for me too. Like if I have a vested interest in them, I'm like overly like I want them to like me. But for the most part, I really don't give one hell of a damn. For most people, there's maybe 10 people that I want to like me.
So you're kind of like in the middle. Like if they're in your circle, then you're cool. What would that be? You think, like number wise?
I think it's a 4 because when I do want them to like me, I really want them to like me.
Yeah.
I put the neutral 3, so just straight neutral on this one because it is important to me for sure. But I've come to understand that the way I think, the way I delve into things is just beyond some people, or and they would say, oh, it's not, it's like, yes, it is, it's beyond you. When I start to speak that way, you become offended because you're not capable of thinking in that sort of more spacious means.
You think at a higher frequency.
And so I've come to understand that it's not important for me to try to kowtow to them. Yes, exactly. So it's like if I don't understand that, then I will lose my sense of self. So I've learned, but it's like exactly like Leslie said, the people I do care about, I definitely will try to negotiate with them.
You'll
because I understand,
certain aspects,
well, it's establishing like a relationship. So if you have a standing relationship with someone, you will work on that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like there are certain things like with my not my personality per se, but like that I've been called out on by the most important people in my life. And one of the things was driving someone else's car. And my parents talked to me about it, then my grandmother talked to me about it, and then my boyfriend talked to me about it. And it was like, okay, this is a problem that I have to fix. That you're
a bad driver?
Not that I'm a bad driver, but that I'm not conscientious about how I'm accelerating or how I'm changing lanes when I'm driving someone else's car.
So you're a bad driver.
But there are other, and I can't think of one right now. I can't think of one that like...
Don't fluff it up.
I can't think of one right now that would be more personality based, except like... I don't know.
Just own it, man. It's cool.
But
you can drive my car.
I won't.
You know, enjoy being the passenger. There's nothing wrong with that.
I won't change myself to appease someone else, but I will take into consideration.
Right, because these are people you trust, and it's like, well, it's got to mean something because you've established that intimacy. I totally understand. There's trust. For me, it's based on a mutual trust. All right, who's got the next one?
That is B-Ray.
All right. Brian. Okay. It is important to me to achieve great things.
5. Accurate.
I'm also 5 for sure on this one.
Absolutely a 5. If there was a 10, I'd be a 10.
Right.
Well, there isn't a 10, Rachel, so...
5 is the greatest you get.
I'm a bad achiever.
Rachel's like, I would be a 10, but you guys would still be 5s.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like with my tape glasses. See how cute?
I was doing that for like 3 months.
The tape?
Yeah.
Dude, I love these lenses, but like I am not adult enough to have nice things. So I started going to like the cheaper sites like Zenny and Zulu.
I like Zenny.
And I like Zulu because you know me, I like outrageous frames, but I can get 4 frames for $200. Please sponsor us. Thank you, Zulu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really, I just need groceries. PayPal.
Yeah, just go to Walmart.
Walmart's not bad. Walmart's not bad.
You can't.
That's where I go. That's
Well,
where I get my glasses.
But yeah, but you can buy 1 pair for $100. Zenny.
That's not bad.
If you have an old prescription on file, you don't have to go to the doctor.
You have to have it updated. You have to have it updated, but yeah. Well, yeah, but if insurance covers it, depends on your insurance.
All right.
Some cover completely. Next.
Rochelle.
I make more significant contributions than the average person. I find that question to be worthy. In my head, I'm like, of course I do. But I'm going to say that's neutral because I do my best,
subjective.
But I can't. But
it is.
Maybe, but I also...
There.
I cannot put myself above other people. I feel like that's very egoic, so I'm going to put neutral. 3.
Yeah, I think I'm significant contributions. I mean, like I could analyze this to hell. Which
don't. What's their first thought?
Yeah, I think this is a good place to just kind of use that first intuitive thought.
It has to be.
I think I'm neutral.
Okay.
I put 5, to be honest with you.
Okay.
There you go. No, that's you gotta be honest.
I'm trying to think of like my teaching and my.
If you really, I feel like your intuition is probably telling you 5, so put it down. Don't lie. It's okay. Don't be upset because you guys are arrogant. It's not your fault.
All right.
I can explain my answer here that in a way that I think both of you could understand. That my experience with sobriety has taught me to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not a question of ego. It's more a question of now that I'm sober and I'm conscious of what I'm doing and I've worked through my steps and I've learned where I wasn't doing this. Right. And I've also come to understand that most people don't even stop to really think about these things at a level where they're going to try harder to make. Not like again, it's like Leslie said. There is definitely some subjectivity to this. This is just based off my personal.
Like, what is your definition of a significant contribution?
Like, to me, it gets into deep spiritual stuff.
Okay, and
for me, and I would say you're a 5.
Yeah, and for me, the spiritual aspect obviously is important, but more than that, it's the younger generation and teaching them to be confident and to have worth in themselves, and I think
I would say yours is a 5 too.
To me, it's just making fun of them and making sure that
everyone knows they're different and different is bad.
If they can't take a joke, then
they're last in line.
Well, it could be
for
ASD because they don't understand jokes.
Like they're at the end of the alphabet for a reason.
Okay.
They're the worst.
Now I feel like I would be a 5 because I do make significant contributions with kids every day too. But I'm going to stick with my neutral as my first thought. I'll just stick with it. Okay.
All right, Brian.
No, it's you, girl.
Oh, I feel my emotions very deeply. Accurate.
I'm a 5 as well.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
Okay.
Faux show.
I love the ones that we don't even have to discuss.
We're emotional. Sure. Fuck, we knows it. All right, I think you're next, Bri.
All right, I have a sense that other people will never truly understand me because they suck. Is that? Oh, it doesn't say that last part. Sorry.
So you're a 10.
Yeah, I'm a 10 on this one. I put actually neutral because this is something I have to work on. See, this is like this is the ego part of that other one. The what was it? Is important that other people
the significant contribution
or the significant contributions one, because to me it's like, well, if they don't understand you, how much of that is on you because you won't just see like, okay, they can't quite get that idea. So try to start from something else that they do understand and have some patience about it.
Yeah, compassion. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm
So
gonna go.
yeah,
Yeah. So you're neutral on that
I'm
one.
neutral on that. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with a 4.
I'm inaccurate on that. And I think that is ego driven.
I think you put yourself out there, Leslie, in a way where it's like, this is me, and if you don't like me, like, oh well, that's your loss.
Yeah, you do. But you know what though? I like this because it's what we personally feel, our perception of what we think people look at us like,
Yeah.
or we feel about ourselves.
I think
sure.
that I come across as very in your face, and you get what you get, and you're not going to throw a fit. And I think that I am very succinct in what I say. I know that in itself is inaccurate. However, my true feelings are that people do understand me.
No, that makes a lot of sense. And I feel like I display myself like I'd be really fun. I mean, you guys would know because I've had real conversations with you that are deep and personal. I don't feel like everybody understands me, but what I can show to people, there's parts I know they can understand. It's just, it depends.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all
it's
right.
interesting.
I
think, oh, go ahead.
I think deeply about things. Accurate. 5.
I think we're all kind of doing a pretty good job here at that one right now, seeing as we're dissecting a personality test.
We're analyzing
Yeah.
shit.
Yep.
People are probably like, fuck you guys, I'm already done with this. Yeah, I put a 5 too. I am prepared for any disaster. I would have said accurate in the past, but now I am neutral.
Yeah, I put neutral also.
Accurate.
That's for sure.
5. I think that's because of. I mean, I was married for 17 years to a man that was in and out of the hospital. I mean,
Leslie, I didn't know that about you.
You did.
I gotta say, I did not know you were married for 17 years.
Yeah, her husband had her ex-husband had a lot of brain surgeries,
6
correct?
brain surgeries, and so at any given moment,
Yeah.
well, that was part of the codependency.
Yeah, you have to be
that
like,
I was taking care of everything at all times. Now, that does happen now in my current relationship, but he doesn't let me make decisions.
That's different though, because you're out of that caretaker role, which I understand too.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that so well because it's not the same as like when I took care of my dad when he was in his last days or last year of life. I was a daughter, but it was different. I was like in CNA mode, so
right.
I get that. It's different for me now. That question was about control, and I've let go of control a lot because I realized I don't have any.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's just neutral right now. But yeah,
I think for me at this point, and understanding how quickly I can cross the line into that codependent role, for me now it's more of I keep calm and I keep my head, and keep
your head in a swivel.
I keep my head calm when there is a crisis, and I'm able to say, look, this is what we can do in this moment and nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's good though. That's good to have that. It's a strong skill set because I've realized this too in the jobs I've worked. Some people aren't, I mean, bless them, but they don't have the capacity to stay hyper focused in those moments, which is very, very necessary.
Yes.
They just freak out.
But I think also that's where, good personality.
You guys think about like spaghetti with ravioli.
Yeah, that's exactly what my next thought was. Wow.
That would be a disaster.
Well, I was just trying to focus, and then you guys were still talking, and I was like, I'm thinking about what I had for dinner, and I was like,
I want some ravioli.
I want ravioli.
Against the rules, or
we should totally make spaghetti ravioli this weekend.
Oh my god, I want to eat spaghetti and do the podcast. We should do one where we're eating and cooking. Woo!
Yes!
That would be great. Okay, next question. It is important to me to avoid pain and suffering at all times. Normally, I would say that's a 4, but now I'm going to go with a 2 because do I want to be involved in it? No. So to the best of my ability, I'm going to stay aware.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't believe that that's a possibility in life. That's just me.
Yep, I put neutral because it's like, that's a great idea, like to try to do that. But the reality is that pain and suffering, in my experience, is just a natural part of life, that if you try to avoid it, you actually end up probably suffering. Yeah, pretty much.
Like quicksand, though. It's like you're just being dragged.
Well, that's what we were doing for so long with the bottle.
Yeah. Controlling it, because I agree with you, Brian. It's like when people are like suffering's an option. No, it's not. That's life. But that's more of a spiritual thing that I just believe. I think it's growth. So, yeah. What about you, Leslie? Would you say you put?
I think I'm gonna go 4 with this. Because I very quickly go into distraction mode. I mean, last night, I was like, I'm depressed, and instead of praying through it, I contacted people, which is not in itself innately wrong, but
no, it's not wrong.
I think it's very near to. I think for me, it's like use both, like
right.
And I think contacting people is a definite
tool.
Yes, like prayer is very important, but I've learned myself, like if you try to do this thing alone, you will fail.
Yes.
Like you could be like, I've tried to go the whole monk ascetic, but I'm still here. It does not like, if you're meant to be that, go live in a temple. I tried to go live in a temple. Like, it's not who I am.
I am not surprised by that.
I love that, but I understand what you mean, because it's a totally different mindset. It's a different way of life, and us as vessels, as humans, this could go really deep. I think it's like finding your path, and for me, my path, at least in recovery, is like letting things flow. Like right now, I would have seen my situation as very painful and sufferable, or insufferable, but I don't now. I'm just like, well, I got to go through it. Whatever.
Yeah. I think realistically, I know that I can't avoid it. I know that. But if I can avoid it, I will try to.
I understand that. It's very, all these are subjective.
All right. I seek out experiences that I know will make me feel happy or excited. Accurate. 5.
Okay, I will go first.
I went first.
Well, out of motion, because I was waiting for Rachel to go, and then she was like, "I'm gonna be mysterious," and I was like, "You don't even know the first thing about mysterious."
That's true. You are the Darth Brian. That's exactly it. Now I feel like I need to put my sunglasses on if I'm going to do that. Incognito.
It's funny because I had the thought that was like, should I wear my glasses? And I was like, no.
So what'd you put, Brian?
I put 4 because this is something I'm working on. Like connected actually to that previous thought I was explaining about the, trying to like be a renunciant. It's like, I'm working on finding what those things are for me in sobriety, and doing them, because that's what life to me, like from what I've seen, the people who are the happiest are they're trying to do this despite the obstacles and everything. And so they achieve happiness. And since they keep trying for those things, and they just get through the obstacles, they learn how to do that over the course of their lives. And I'm trying to figure out what are the actual things that are like safe, and make me excited and happy. So I'm working.
I also put 4 because I relate to what you both said. But I can't. I was thinking like neutral, but I'm not, because when I'm ramped up, I'm like, woo, I gotta do something fun. But I'm learning that balance as well. Before, I would say I'd be like a 10. Like I like that manic. I'm addicted to that kind of, because even something happy can be dramatic.
Yeah.
And Brian and I have talked about this, where like humans are very addicted to drama. Like we are drawn to it. So I'm trying to find a balance between like the healthy, happy feels of peace and serenity, instead of manic, like go do this, go kind of stuff.
Well, I was addicted to amphetamines as well as alcohol, like simultaneously. So for me, it's difficult to, like, I mean, I still struggle. Like I drink energy drinks and I try to not drink so many, but like, for me, it's like, because people out in the world are freely doing stuff like that. Like, especially I believe in our generation of the millennials, where it's actually at this point, like maybe let's say like successful professionals, you know, of any degree, like when they're getting together, there's certainly, in my experience from what I've seen, it's like on the weekends, like they might take a ecstasy pill or whatever it is. Like that's not regarded as like, you know, like messed up or anything so much anymore.
Right.
And I know there's degrees of this, but like, so to me, I have to be careful about pursuing social activities in general, because I know that I could easily get drawn into like, hey man, like it's not alcohol, just like take some mushrooms with us.
I had someone offer me that.
Yeah.
Well, they're not addictive, and I'm like,
right, exactly.
I'm good.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I want to feel happy and excited, but I'm talking about things like taking the opportunity to go visit my loved ones. You know what I mean? Or singing at every possibility. You know, not thrill seeking.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a fine line.
Totally.
I totally understand. It's that adrenaline rush, and that itself is like an addiction. That's what I'm trying to. So like I'll color, I'll pray, like it's simple now instead of.
And you guys know that's like a huge pull in, like, from what I've seen in sober networks. Like there is definitely that niche of people. God bless my cousin. Like he loves. He actually helped me get into AA 10 years ago and get my first like real pull of AA. He's like got a jet ski and all that sort of stuff, and you know, like going river rafting and things of that nature. People skydiving. You know, so it's like it's still going to be there, just like the character defects. You know, I feel like it's like you got to learn just how to curb these things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with getting on a jet ski and having a good time,
going wild and like having some thrills. But yeah, finding the safe, healthy ones. That's where I'm definitely trying to feel, especially because it's summer now. You know. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
That's when I get amped up too. I feel that.
But if I could just go off of this, I think the flip side of this question is, if I am not on the jet ski, or if I'm not at a social gathering, then I am not happy.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's not me. It's accurate that I want to feel happy or excited. But if I'm just chilling, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not happy.
Right. That's to me, that's like the whole basic, like, learned behavior in AA in general, is being able to do that. Being able to be just like having life on life's terms, like day in, day out, kind of like that daily, like almost like ho hum. And just being like, yeah, this is like kind of how life is at times. And then, you know, not trying to make it hum ho.
Yeah, I mean, when you reverse it, flip it down. I was trying to do the Missy Elliott thing. It didn't work. That backfired bad.
When you work it, flip it
down. Yeah, flip it, reverse it. It's your flip it around. Yeah, you don't want that one.
You were trying to make a TikTok video where you were doing a Missy Elliott dance? Is that what you said?
Is it worth it? Can you work it? So in the sun and the flip it and reverse it.
In the
floor, did the clip it yet?
Don't know the words, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
All right.
I'll go ahead.
No, you.
I see the positive in every situation. That is, if I'm being, no, you know what? My mindset has changed a lot. I'll say 5 because I really do look for that now. Before I would have to be a 1, but
I'm 5 accurate.
Yeah.
And have been called out on it. I remember maybe about
how dare you stay positive?
Maybe about a year ago, my boyfriend said, "Why are you so positive all the time?" And I'm like, "You wouldn't love me if I wasn't."
You've been positive about the comment about being positive. Thanks for your critique. I'll put that in the brain bank. What about you, Brian?
Well, I mean, like, for me, it's like I hate life and I hate everyone. So to me, it's just a matter of like, why are you all laughing? And like, who gave you permission to laugh in the first place?
So what's your rating?
I mean, I tried to click to the left of the one, but it would not allow me to do so. All right, I put neutral though because I definitely tried to do this, but like I find that when you are like my personal experience is when you try to do this all the time. I'm not in my personal situation. I am financially dependent on my parents right now. Mm-hmm. So like often that means that I don't have as much control over like what happens as far as like, hey, we're gonna go to this come with me to Home Depot. I can't be like,
I love Home Depot, so
listen to me talk about
and Bed Bath and Beyond
politics in a way like that, God bless my dad, but like,
well, that's parents, man. I've been there too. I've had to depend. It's, you know what though, families do, it's okay, but I hear what you're saying. Like it's like a work in progress deal, right?
Absolutely. I mean, for me, I totally try to do this because I think this is the key to life, honestly. I mean, like being able to see like the distressing situations and be like, this is just the part where I have to try and work really hard and know that this is like my learning and how I become strong. Seeing it that way while you're undergoing it, like instead of because if your mind flips, then it's like, why am I being tortured like that? Why are you doing this to me? And,
right.
You don't have to deal with this. All that shit.
But
so,
I mean, if you
and only in that voice.
This is where I will come in. With
actually, the voice is much higher that I use. It's more. Why are you doing this to me, Dad?
Oh God. So I'm gonna swoop in with my positivity and say, "Hey, Brian,
get out of my room."
I'll come in with my positivity and say, because this is how I really think. Yeah, it sucks. You're an adult and you have to depend on your parents right now. But where would you be otherwise? I mean, they have saved your life at this point because you weren't capable.
Yes, absolutely.
A few months ago. And so this is a beautiful, positive thing that is happening. So that
absolutely. And I think about this and I tell them often, I'm like, I recognize, especially from going to meetings on In the Rooms, I'm like, how many people out there do not have parents who care about them after they've undergone these kinds of falls into substance abuse?
Yes.
Like
or it's very broken before that. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Or they're passed away. That's a lot. That's very common as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is just fortune. I mean, but it's just that natural, like, it's just dealing with the ego where it's like, oh, people who are 32 shouldn't, and, that's just my journey. That's where I'm at with it. And talking about it like this on a podcast is definitely work in progress for me. That's how you come to be able to be a 5 all the time on this. So, but I'm going to stay at 3 because I like that voice. It's,
I feel like you're not ready to part with it.
Okay, Brian, go.
All right. Where is it? No, I'm not going to use the voice to read it. I am not.
I will.
I'm not afraid to tell someone when I think they're wrong. All right, I'm not afraid to tell someone when they are wrong, and I know that they're wrong, and they know that they're wrong.
Yeah, there's no I think in there. It's just when they are wrong. There's no I think.
I like this. This is a good one.
Leslie, I have an inkling of what yours might be.
I'll blatantly say you are wrong.
Yeah, you're a 5 beyond. You're a 10. I'm going to say I'm a 2 because I don't like doing this. I used to love it. But I feel like people will, if they're hurting themselves, yes. If it's something where it's like, maybe this is my responsibility because I've established that relationship with them. And I mean, I make mistakes too, but even if I see someone that's wrong, I'm like, let me just vent this out and deal with it for a bit because it's not my lane to be in. So it really depends. And I don't like doing that.
Look, I will never go up to someone and say, hey, what you are doing is wrong. Unless it's egregious enough, like child abuse.
That's what
or
I mean.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But if someone asks me, or they're telling
That's different.
me,
they're inviting you.
I'll
right,
be like,
right.
this is wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not gonna. I don't care if I offend you. This is wrong.
Yeah.
And facts too. If someone says supposedly in my presence, I will say supposedly.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing for me. I mean, it's like a lot is 2 words, dude. It's like, come on, man, we can do this as a society.
You and Leslie are very much the same that way. I mean, I am, but I mess up. I just go with it. I'm like, listen, I do know how to spell, but sometimes it doesn't work out. So
yeah,
wait, Leslie, what about I could care less?
I couldn't care less.
Couldn't care less.
And
I say I could care less.
We should do a
it's
TikTok.
I could not care less.
We should do a TikTok.
But I still say couldn't. You know what, people? They're slang. Don't worry about my little co-host here, because the rest of reality, tune in right in this face.
Yes.
This is all I think about.
Listen,
I know.
We should.
I am not pompous in this.
I go out into nearby fields and I get on my knees and I scream like, "It's 2 words."
Do you go up to like billboards with your little markers, like checking and?
I have corrected things. Look, we should do a TikTok spot of all the screenshots where I like correct Rachel's grammar.
We should.
She gets pissed off.
I'm not, because you know why? No, it's on me because I feel like I'm being stupid. Here's a real thing right now. I'll bring it back. I find you both very intelligent, so I want to keep up with that. And it triggers something from my past where I had to work really, really hard in school to be an AP English and subjects like that. So I want to be at your level.
You are, dummy.
I know, so stop correcting me now. You know. I could care less.
No, the funny thing is, like, I've thought about it enough. I'm like, I could see how you could make the argument for I could care less, because you're like, I don't care so much that I could even care less. And I'm like, why would you? That's so dumb. Like,
I know. But you're right, it is. I couldn't care less.
I could not care less. Like,
he's like, could
no.
not care less. It's 2 words. That's 2 words.
A lot bothers me though. I feel you, Brian. When people do that, I'm like, it's 2 words. But that's something I learned in AP English, because not a lot of people know that. This was so many moons ago, but it's like 2 words. Like, I had to learn. I was more grammatical back then, because every missed period or any kind of punctuation was a letter grade drop.
Yeah.
So you could fit, but it kept me present, where you're realizing that words matter and their punctuation matter. I can't stand when people like send me what I call the Bible texts, and I'm like, what is this rambling where I have to add in your punctuation? I don't know what you're saying.
No, I won't even read that shit.
If
a meme makes me laugh out loud, cry, but is spelled wrong, I will not share it. I will not comment on it. I can't. It's against every principle.
I literally die. I literally die.
You don't literally die, Brian.
I literally picked up the phone.
Yeah, you know what?
Literally, I picked it up. I picked up the phone when you called.
What was the one, Leslie, that you said that I kept doing that you hated? Was it not scrub? What was it? Oh, it was so funny.
Smegma?
No.
Well, all right. And with that, I think we can move on to the next question.
I let other people make the decisions.
All right, I put 4 on this because to me it's like, yeah, I will tell you, but I've learned it's what does it say? What's the saying? But like that the biggest fool is the one who argues with one.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And so it's like you got to learn where it's the discretion of like when it's appropriate to say to someone like, that's not exactly right, because the more force you put into it, the more likely their ego is to react.
I think that we're obviously still on the when people are wrong. I think that I'm a little more sensitive in it, except for when it's important things. Like,
but that's subjective too.
Yeah.
But it's your reality. That's okay. I'm neutral.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Rach.
I appreciate having rules that
No. We're still at. I let other people make the decisions.
Yep, we're on that.
Oh, I'm neutral.
Okay.
I was 4 on that. speed this up. Come on.
I think it's inaccurate. I'm sorry. I still have trouble with it.
That's okay. All right, so next, did you guys go to the next page?
Next step.
I appreciate having rules that people are expected to follow. I'm gonna say neutral. I don't know.
Oops, you missed something. Ah, crap. I gotta answer all these questions. Fuck. Hold on. I'm just gonna go through this and answer.
Well, Leslie, I don't appreciate that you're not following rules.
Yeah, clearly.
Right?
Yep.
So I guess I gotta change mine to 5.
Yep.
What about you, Brian?
I just fake answered the ones on the screen.
No, don't fake answer.
No, mine are good. I have a separate one going, but I can't move on to the next step on the screen share unless I answer all of them. Hold on. Okay. Go ahead. Rach, read it again. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I appreciate having rules that people are expected to follow. I did 3, neutral.
On this one, let's see. You know what? This is because there's always got to be some rules, you know, especially like in our social interactions. I say probably 3 on this one too, probably neutral, because like I enjoy when people do act in ways that are a little, you know, not so rule abiding, but at the same time I've learned like if you don't have them and at least like kind of stick to something, you know, then people become very they just literally start to do things that are, I don't know, brain dead.
I have kind of a problem with this one. I'm not sure why. Like, I understand protocol and safety guidelines, like in the workplace and things like that, and I appreciate that, and I expect people to follow things like that. However, things with like dress code and other things like that, I could care less about.
That was hard. That was love right there. That was love.
I'm gonna say neutral.
Perfect.
Neutral.
Next.
Right.
All right, let me see here. I am concerned about security more than anything else. I'm gonna say what? No. I'm neutral on this because this is something for me. This is what I surrender to God. So I don't think about this stuff. I mean, other than like the basics, you know, like locking doors and you know. But I do not, because I'll tell you, when I was addicted to amphetamines, I was like the paranoia about things like this was intense.
I bet. Yeah.
I've learned in my sobriety, like, you know, the higher power thing is about understanding that God has got you if you allow him to. That's my personal experience. So yeah.
I think I'm a 4 because I want certain protocol in place for my life. Like I want my bank account to be at a certain amount, or I want, you know, I want water when a hurricane is hitting, you know, things like that. But for the most part, I know that I have no control over it, you know, about nothing is secure in life.
Yeah, I agree. That's total. I totally, definitely agree with that.
I think for me though, I'm at a 5 because in my life, this is something I'm working towards. Where like in the promises, in AA, where it says, you know, like the fear of economic security will leave us. It hasn't left me. It's a work in progress, but it's still a 5 because I want security more than anything else, and that's something I'm working on
too.
Yeah, I'm just at a different spot. Yeah. But I do have the understanding that I'm not in control, and that does help because this for me would have been like a 20, like it would have been off the charts out of fear. And now, you know, fully accurate at a 5 is actually it's good. It's good for me.
All right. I think a lot about what will happen in the future. Accurate 5.
I have to go neutral on this. I really try to stay present. That's what's helping me the most.
I try to, but I mean, the initial thought is I'm thinking about the next steps.
Go with that one, right?
I'm gonna say, like, you know, if you think about it, like, there is no future. There's like really no past either.
There
like,
is no
it's like all because like when is it? Like right now, it's like it's now, and like but like when it's then, it's like when will it be? It's like it's still now. So
thank God this moment's not the last. Sorry.
No, I do think about the future a lot. So yeah.
Okay.
5.
Yeah.
I don't fit in with ordinary people. 4.
Neutral.
Yeah, I'm also neutral on this one. This is I've come in this year I have totally settled with this. Like it's just like, look, you can either be like, I don't want to be normal, I'll show you.
Right.
Or you can just be like, you know what? Just find your people who find your people who you can be yourself with, and then otherwise just like chill out. And like, if you're at the store, you don't have to be. I mean, I had an issue with this in my just past relationship where a person would not adhere to that basic sense of respect for other people who are like just more normal, ordinary, you know, and would act in a way that was like clearly just like dying for this unreal need for attention, if you understand what I'm saying. And to me, it was like, that is so repulsive because it just shows such an obvious like denial of the fact that everybody's entitled to, if we have to share these public experiences, going to the store, you know, like etc., anything like that. And it's like, you need to like let everybody know that you're the most unique person alive at all points in time. Like, okay.
Scott is here, so everyone say hi, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Scott.
What's up? Yeah, no, that was really good. I agree with you, Brian. All right, next.
There is rarely a good reason for changing how things are done. Ooh, inaccurate.
I also put inaccurate 1.
What is it? There's rarely a good reason for changing how
things are done.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's definitely inaccurate for me.
That's how you can tell, okay, we're on board in that part of our program.
Yeah. I mean, in education, there's no way that I could even justify an answer like that.
No, yeah, because you have to, I mean, it used to be like that, but yeah, it's changed, that structure. I always finish my chores. I also put 1.
5.
I do not.
Accurate.
Yeah, I could see Leslie being a 5 there. Yeah, I'm
just
I
that.
know what. I'm gonna put 1. I'm trying so hard, but I'm working so much more on just like waking up and feeling all right every day. So yeah, I'm getting there. I'm doing my laundry now, so that's
good. That's awesome.
Get to the point where I have to wear running shorts instead of boxers. So.
You're like too breezy for my bizzles. I need a little more seaport.
No, because I don't have any clean boxers. Because I'm like, I guess I have to wear my running shorts.
I mean, I finish them, but just so much easier.
It takes time. I'll be like, I'm gonna put these clothes away. 5 months later.
That sounded like a lot of personal experience there, Leslie.
It's so much easier to not worry about underwear.
Yeah, I need undies. I'm a lady. I don't know. That's a different topic. All right, which one's next?
All right, I got it. I got this one.
Okay.
I am always trying to be a better person. Yeah, I've tried that. You know what happens if you do this all the time is people hate you.
Yeah. Right. It turns out to be like pious.
Yeah, it's just, you got to learn how to curb this, is my experience. Like, it's great, especially, you know, I think a lot of people in AA, especially young people, encounter this and they become really passionate about it. And it's like, some people can't even see it. I've been through that and I've seen all that, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, you gotta just learn how to kind of chill it out and say it in a way that's more like, I don't know, it doesn't have to be so like, like I try not to drop all my philosophical learning and such in AA meetings anymore, because it's like people just they might hear it and be like, wow, but what does that really do for them? Like, if I really want to help them, I got to learn how to communicate in a way that they'll actually be able to pick up, So
what's
yeah,
your answer?
I don't have to answer this because I'm already the best person, so sorry. Okay, I don't know. Let's see. That's a good question, man.
I would like to say accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm accurate. I am 5 for sure.
I'd say 4. I'm trying. I'm doing the best I can.
Because I see it differently. Like, I hear what you're saying, Brian, and I think that's really poignant, and it's really like, because it's coming to me from a place of like, taking yourself out of situations and not being like boastful maybe. But for me, I don't know if I always tried to help in a way that people need. It's what I thought they needed. So in that way, I'm constantly working on being better, and that's how I interpreted this.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, Rachel, but I think that I'm a 4 because I am very ego driven a lot of times.
You gotta wait a little bit, buddy.
All right, I check carefully for mistakes and errors. Accurate. 5. No explanation.
I am neutral.
I do the best I can. I'm gonna say 4.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
I love you.
I love you.
Love you too, bud.
Matthew, I get to see you in 2 days.
Yay.
Really?
Yes.
You're going up there in 2 days?
Yes.
You know what I really want to do with all of us from like the central area of the country is go to this.
I want to play Roblox.
Well, you're gonna have to wait. Go play the Switch, dude.
The Renaissance Fair.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, you've mentioned that.
Leslie can pay for all of us.
Right? With the $23 I have in Cash App and not even my bank account.
All right, he wants to say bye.
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 Bye, subscribe.
All right, I check carefully for mistakes and errors. What'd you guys say?
I said
Okay,
4.
She's screaming at her kid.
Is she? Wait, did she go off camera?
Yeah. He started screaming and she did something.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. For real.
Okay, so what's your answer? I check carefully for mistakes and errors.
I put 4. Because I find that if I go too much on that, I become obnoxious to myself. I do the best I can, but like I think that's a big way to get yourself into deep anxiety if you go too much on that one.
Which is probably why I do have anxiety a lot of times.
Because that's perfectionism for me. And like for instance, like I'm in class in sociology right now, and like I have class it's twice a week, 3 hours, and I'm like checking myself. Like there's 30 kids in the class, and when I say kids, I mean like they are mostly. I think there's a couple of us that are 30 plus,
adult
and then most of them are probably 19 to 23, as I guess. So, but I'm like constantly checking myself as far as like how I'm behaving. Like, am I in sync with everyone? And like if I do that too much, then it's just class is not. I'm not gonna be able to relax. So that's my little take on that one. So yeah, I put 4.
Okay. Rach, what'd you put for okay. I'm gonna assume she put neutral.
Is this test free?
Yeah.
Which one is it? I'm sorry. Yeah. I did fill them all out.
I check carefully for mistakes and errors. I
put neutral for that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very neutral.
All right.
I I like to be around people who I can help. I am a 4.
Accurate 5.
I put 4.
Okay. I like to feel I am an important person in my social groups. 5 accurate. Because I want to be the center of attention.
It's a good question. I'd say 4 for this one for me, because, I mean, I do, but, like, the more I go further, the more I realize, like, I don't, at this point, I've been through so much of, like, the social group BS that it's like, I just don't, if I don't like people, I'm not going to spend time with them. Like, I'm not going to do this thing if I didn't like you guys. And, like, I know that you guys like me, so to me, it's like, I don't really have to think about this kind of stuff anymore, because, like, I feel just an equal sense of importance, because I know we basically have a pretty good, solid understanding of a lot of things here. So, I mean, that's one reason why I don't put myself out there anymore. Like, I'm not going to go to I don't know.
I think that my methods have changed, where I don't want people to be dependent on me. I can't say I'm not. I'm more often not forcing my agenda on someone and trying to control, what they're doing. But I want to be missed.
Yeah. No, for sure. That's a good, yes, I agree with you there. That is a good way of looking at it.
All right. Well, I don't know what's going on with the boy, but maybe we should just move on. She said she answered them. Okay, it is important for me to be successful.
Yep, 5.
5. Accurate. Yep. You and I don't even have to discuss it, because I think we think the same on most of these things.
I like these. I like these because they're really clear. Like the other one that we took, it was a lot more, I don't know.
Like, it depends. It was...
Yeah, it seemed that way to me.
Yeah. All right. The organizations I belong to would not function well without me.
I can just go neutral on this because I don't really belong to, other than ITR, and I don't have a role there that's, so I just put neutral. But I'd like to think that if I were heavily involved with something, that it would not function well without me.
I think that I bring to a group a different way of looking at things, but I think that I'm very good about, like, my classroom, the people I work with. I lead new teachers at work. I'm very good about not having them rely on me, and trying and making them figure things out for themselves. So while I can say if I never entered the organization, maybe they wouldn't have thought in that way, but I have no qualms about leaving an organization and thinking it will go to shambles.
Yeah.
So, like, if I leave my current position in the music teacher at my school, that doesn't mean that the music program will go to hell, but I do think that it won't be as good as what I put in place.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say neutral on that. The organizations I belong to would not function well without me.
Oh, I missed a lot. All right. I like to feel that I'm an important person in my social groups. 5. It is important for me to be successful. 5. And then you guys are on the organizations I belong to. Okay, that's neutral for me.
Yeah. Because I don't want anyone to have to. I don't want anyone to, like, have to. I know that I have big shoes to fill in any role that I take on, but I would be stupid to think that someone else couldn't do that. So,
yeah, I go to that, like, I'm just a bozo on the bus thing. Like, anyone can do what I do. I might bring my own flair, but I don't want to be above that anymore, because it put me in a really, like, arrogant state. That's just me, though, like what I've experienced.
All right.
Sorry about my little delay.
Oh,
I had
you're
to
good.
calm the boy. I had to do a little yelling.
I often feel overtaken by my emotions. If I'm watching a movie that makes me cry, sometimes I can't control the amount of crying that I do afterwards. But I think that I do a pretty good job of...
Can you give an example here? Like, specific?
Oh,
Ooh.
yes, I can. So...
Yes,
well,
let's
I don't
share
care.
what movies make us cry.
You know, and I can say this now because he's come on our show. My boyfriend has a very jaded past. On paper, he's a bad guy, but he's a wonderful man, right? And he's made a lot of bad mistakes, like we all have. We just didn't get caught for them. We're
studying on this notes real quick. We're studying the my sociology professor just presented a large amount of information about the judicial and specifically the prisons that I did not know, that is just so revelatory regarding the way we treat people who like how people get convicted, and then the way that they are and it's just, I mean,
how they re-enter society.
Very animalistic.
Yes.
It's like it's horrible. They have a scarlet letter.
Yes. And
totally.
So we were watching the last season of Game of Thrones while I was there, and I'm not invested in that show in any way, shape, or form, but he was giving me like little background pieces as we watched scenes. And there's this woman who falls in love with Jaime Lannister, who, you know, fucks his sister and is just a horrible dude. But when she wrote in the last episode, when she scribed his history, she wrote all the good things about him.
And it reminded you of Justin?
And it reminded me of that if something ever happened to him, I would want everyone to know what a good man he is. And not just what you can find on paper in the court system. And it just, I couldn't stop crying, and I couldn't stop, and I couldn't stop. That's one example. Those type of things happen to me. Like if I hear a song and I might be feeling some sort of way, I'll just be pushed over to the edge, you know. But as far as like a normal everyday, I'm pretty in control of my reactions and my emotions, you know.
Well, for me, it's like I was watching Pacific Rim last night for like the third time recently, and I was like,
you're so stupid.
It's a good movie, though.
I'm gonna be a Power Ranger.
So I'm gonna.
So what are you then? What's your number?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm doing
let's
neutral.
see. Let's see. Okay. I often feel overtaken by my emotions. Yeah, I'm gonna go neutral. I feel stuff heavily, but I am learning in sobriety how to take that stuff in stride. Just be like, okay, I feel, I'd love to just be like, why don't you shut the fuck up? Just to not do that. Just don't say that. All right.
Raquel?
I think I'm a 4. I'm working on it, but I definitely can be overcome with emotions very easily.
Mm-hmm.
So that's from a 5 before, so it's definitely progress.
Yes. And we touched on that yesterday, too. I have always felt different from other people. Mine is so bad. Mine is highly accurate, yes, 5, because I feel like I'm better than people.
And they know it.
Yes.
And they know it, and you know that they know it.
Yes, and it's bad.
We're all in the know.
But that's my inclination. I don't act... Go ahead.
I chose 4 for opposite reasons. I don't always feel like I matter.
Ah.
But my deepest wound is abandonment, so that's what I work from.
Mm-hmm.
And that, again, that's that's a lot of progress for me.
Yes.
I'd like to be neutral.
Yeah, I put neutral in this one because I just have come to see that, like, I'm going through my little war story and have been, and you know, before all of this started for me, like when I was 16 and the diabetes was given to me and things started to go the other way, I was just more or less like everybody else, just like the things that I wanted to do, the things that I was good at, I, you know, was excelling and was working really hard on them. And then I experienced the opposite of being in that situation with where I was in that other, like, lost, confused, angry, And now I'm just like, you know what? I see that there's so much going on in the world, and I try to relate to people at their level when I can. But I do often feel like, wow, I look at the world sometimes, I'm like, wow, like you can't even understand blank, and you're in a high position of like, society, and so, that's why now I just mime slapping people in the face to their face, instead of actually slapping
Yeah,
people.
I'm
That's
like, I'm giving you an
progress.
energetic punch.
Saves you a lot of actually often that gets the point across a lot better because they're like, did you just mime slap me in the face? And then you're like, I was getting a fly in my vision. Why are you thinking that you needed to be
So, my friends, I have to take the DOG and BOY for WALK. I have to say it like that, spell it, because the dog will start going nuts.
Okay,
So,
let's blow through these. You ready?
yeah, let's blow through. Yep.
All right, here we go. I like to analyze things from every angle.
Neutral.
Neutral.
5.
I always have a plan for what I will do if things go wrong. Accurate. 5.
2.
Neutral.
Okay. I avoid situations that bring up negative feelings.
4.
Neutral.
Accurate. 5. I seek excitement. I thought we already did this one.
Yeah, a lot of them are kind of reworded, I think. So it's like thrill seeking. I'm going to go with a 4.
I'm
4.
going neutral because I don't seek excitement.
Boring.
Okay. All right, next.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we have a lot to go.
Yeah, there's 4 more pages of this.
Holy Okay, well,
I figured we would go through it and then we can describe
Yeah.
like what we are later.
All
Yeah,
right.
so we can spend time on that.
I am good seeing the bright side of things when others complain.
I'd say 4.
5.
5.
I do not hesitate to call people out when they are behaving badly.
Neutral.
Neutral.
4. I go along with what other people want. Neutral.
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 People should follow the rules instead of doing what they feel like doing.
I put 2.
1.
Neutral. I seek out relationships that offer me some type of protection.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm a 5.
I'm a 4.
Inaccurate for me. 1.
Ooh.
Look at you, ballsy.
Like a ninja.
I can
I
clearly visualize what could happen in the future.
Neutral.
I can clearly envision it, but it's not accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a 4 because I often do that.
Yeah, me too.
I still can future trip for sure, and I have to. It's hard not to, so I'm working on being neutral with that one. Yeah.
Average people often find me a bit weird. Accurate.
Accurate.
I'm gonna put 4 because I'm working on trying to not let them.
You weird? I love how you're weird.
Yeah.
I like to do things as I've always done them.
I put 2.
Neutral.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2 too.
I'm going neutral.
And that's 2 WOTOO.
I persist I persist until a task is done. 5.
5.
I'm gonna go neutral. I'm kind of going through I'm on a raft floating through life right now, gig.
I spend time trying to discover and correct my faults and weaknesses.
All right, 5.
5.
I'm gonna go neutral. I'm willing to let them be pointed out to me, but I'm not so much seeking it out all the time.
You're not gonna change them.
No, I'll change them, but I'm not necessarily paying attention to them at all times.
Because you're too busy being better than other people.
I'm sorry, but that was like you lined that one up. That was perfection.
I hold myself to very high standards. 5.
5.
I am a natural caretaker. 5.
5.
4.
I want people to admire me. 5.
I'm gonna say 4. I'm being honest.
I'm say 3. It's probably 4. Trying to make it more of a 3.
I'm 5.
I want mine is to do good, but there's a little part of me still where I'm like, yeah, I want to be that shiny celebrity. Everybody's like, ooh, look at her shoes. I do.
Yeah.
I can't help it. It's just it's in there.
Yeah.
I want to achieve a lot in my life.
5.
5.
I'm sorry, I laughed at the next one.
If I am honest, I feel that I'm a bit better than other people. Inaccurate.
All right, fine. 5.
5.
I'm neutral. I'm neutral.
I see that. I feel a deep sense of grief for what I have lost.
Ooh, that's a solid.
That one makes me want to cry.
I'm gonna go 4. I try to work through it, but it's still there for sure.
I'm neutral.
I've lost a lot.
So what are you?
I'm a 5.
Okay. I am an unusual sort of person.
I'm a 5.
5.
Put 4.
What? You need to put.
You're being generous
20.
when you should be honest.
Fine, put a 5 there.
Fine, if I'm honest.
Do what? I'm teasing you. Do what you gotta do, man.
I take time.
You.
I take time to understand things more deeply than most people do.
5, absolutely 5. I think that's for all of us. That's my opinion because what we do every day, like we have to investigate. You know.
Well, I really, with children.
Because you're anarchist.
I really know.
With children, I want to.
I have to get Matthew's food. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This thing is comprehensive.
Gosh, I guess so.
I was talking to one of our buddies on the website, one of my friends, and she said that you have to pay $30 for this.
What?
I'm talking to Tuche.
Maybe we should just blow through it real quick and finish, and then get to the end.
I guess she said no. She said when you get your graph at the end, use this website to interpret it for free.
Oh yeah, good.
So
that's fine. All right, so I think that we're going to just go to going through. Whoa, Brian and Rachel are switched on my screen. I gotta switch them around.
All right, Mom and done.
Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to just answer the questions as quickly as possible on our own.
To the end.
Yeah. Okay. Ready, set, go. All right.
It is important to me to be prepared for any.
Stop! I can't read. Damn it, Brian.
Alright.
Protect myself from my loved ones. Many years into the future. Unusually unique person. Read books that help me be more productive. Inaccurate. Put a lot of pressure on myself. Take the initiative. Inaccurate. And to make a good impression on others. I set ambitious goals. I'm an important member. Yes. Next. All right. I'm on step 5.
What's the saying? Life is a race. Beat everyone?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm the kid in the class that goes, done! I make alliances with people who can help me stay safe and secure.
That is funny. Okay.
Step 6. Ooh. have a great deal of willpower. All right, step 7. Oh, love styles. Maybe we should all stop on step 7. No, we don't have to.
Ooh. Okay, here we go.
Oh, you guys are done? Wait for me. I'm slow.
Oh, no.
Yeah, wait, because I this is where I have like my ADHD kicks in and I get really anxious when I have to do something that's timed.
Excuses, Rachel. What is this, like a checklist of if you're a human or not?
Right?
I guess. I like robots.
I do.
Yeah.
We'll have to do one with Luis one time.
Oh my gosh, yes. Ooh, my box is getting higher to 60.
All right, I'm done.
All right, I am not a robot. And results. You guys got your results already?
Yes.
I wonder if mine's changed. Jennifer, your
okay, so my biggest number is 3.
How? Calculating your life.
Where's the results?
Just look at your graph.
Oh wow.
And tell me what. My 1, 2, and 3 are very even, but 3 is my biggest.
Yeah, so you're a 3. What are you, Brian?
3.
I'm a 2.
Okay, so what's your 3 biggest?
My 3 biggest are 2, 7, and 4.
Okay. But 2 is your biggest?
Actually, 3 and 4 are... Well, 3's a little wider, so 2, 3, and 7.
Okay, Brian, what are your top 3?
Oh, like the biggest... Okay, I guess 3 is the biggest, then 4 and 2 and 8.
So you both
1.
share 4? Okay, I share 2. Okay.
You should send me a website that interprets it for you.
I got it right here. So 2 is the helper, the caring interpersonal type, demonstrative, generous, people-pleasing, and possessive.
Yep,
Okay.
that's me.
3, which is Brian and me, the achiever, the success-oriented, pragmatic type, adaptive, excelling, driven, and image-conscious.
That was tied with 4 for me.
Okay, and then the 4 is the individualist, the sensitive, withdrawn type, expressive, dramatic, self-absorbed, and temperamental.
Ooh.
Ooh. Well, and I also have 1, which is the rational, idealistic type, principled, purposeful, self-controlled, and perfectionistic. Rachel, you were 7, enthusiast, busy, fun-loving type, spontaneous, versatile, distractible, and scattered. And then, Brian, you also had 8, the challenger, the powerful, dominating type, self-confident, decisive, willful, and confrontational. Ah!
Yours is right on. Yours is right on, Brian. That's like perfect. Yeah, I had a lot. The first time I had just 7.
So once again, Brian and I are the same.
And Rachel's wrong.
Right.
About her life choices.
Rachel is
not
the
gonna play
helper
with you anymore.
All right.
I definitely am a 2 though.
Which ones do you guys? Which ones are you guys not? Because I am not 9, which is the peacemaker.
3, 1, 9.
Mine is not 9, so we all share 9.
And I am not 7, which is the enthusiast, the busy, fun-loving type, spontaneous, versatile, distractible, and scattered.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not 6, the loyalist. Well,
oh, I had to retake it if I do it again. Damn it.
Chart is definitely. It'd be interesting to see their like actual.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, normally I'm a 7
books,
with, which is the enthusiast, because I took this with my therapist and it was more detailed. Mm-hmm. So that was by far. But caretaker, definitely. I'm definitely caretaker. And then those other 2 where it's like self-absorbed and stuff, that's like my little ego, but it used to be bigger. So that's like a little chunk of me. So 2 and 7. And usually I think what she told me is that whatever you are, the number that's like adjacent is who you're compatible with.
Oh, I already X'd out of it. And sorry, did not mean to, but I did.
So none of us are compatible. Oh no, you and Leslie are. So you have to get married now. It's done. Arranged marriage through the Enneagram.
I already told Leslie about my marriage plans.
Well, he wants a
Give
white
that to
wedding.
yourself.
Did you say who you're next to? What did you say?
No, adjacent to. So
like the opposite?
Like which one is?
So like so 2 and 7 are like this, right? I think so. Look it up. Make sure I'm right.
I'm looking. Okay, 2 and 7. Yes. So what is my lover? He is.
Oh, a 2 is what I would
spontaneous, versatile, distractible, and scattered. Absolutely. And then that's what you are. That's what you are.
So we're lovers too. So we're gonna do this threesome and be a throuple forever and ever.
Oh
he said, I think she heard him say yesterday on the phone, tell my other girlfriend to keep her big butt out of my stuff too.
It was funny. My loofah.
Where's my loofah?
My loofah.
Did you steal my loofah?
I don't have a big butt. So
I gotta share this with you guys because I want to redirect this so that you don't become like dirty sinners right now.
Yeah, I'd love to say the sinner's prayer.
The sinner's prayers. Do you hear people call the Our Father that sometimes? I'm like, dude, the Lord's Prayer. You mean the sinner's prayer? Exactly. It's the Lord's Prayer, man. That's what it's called.
There you go. Glass half full. Like.
All right. Well, Rachel has to take care of the boy and the dog. I need to.
I got to tell you guys this.
Brian
real quick.
Oh yes. Go. I'm sorry.
So I'm looking at my Facebook memories, and I have one from this day on June 29th, 2012. All caps. Sobriety rules with like seven exclamation points.
Yay!
But that was actually, I was just getting sober. I was like 22, like found a sponsor and all that, like hard sponsor. Yeah.
You said a year ago today?
No, in 2012.
No, he's 32.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, it's like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
wow.
I'm 23, Leslie. Yeah.
I was 32 then. No, I was 28.
Well, when you said 22, I was like, what? Wait,
28 was a good year for me. I was still looking good.
2012.
If I was 22 talking like this, I would probably be more expressing like.
2012 was my worst year. 2012 was when I was in
That's when I had Matthew.
2012?
Yeah, I hate
when we all thought the
2012.
world was going to end and we're all going to become Aztecs again.
Again.
Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed that. Like, go through those tests. It's really interesting. Sky, I don't know if you're still watching, but thanks for tuning in. Yeah, it was fun. We should do trivia next. We gotta find out cool trivia.
I was looking that up too.
Yeah,
all right,
that'd be fun. I gotta go walk the dog and the boy.
Yeah, I gotta do the same. Hopefully.
Thanks for joining us, Brian. Brian.
Thank you. We love everyone.
We do.
Well, not everyone, but the people that
some people.
I do. I'm accepting.
Myself.
I have 100 friends.
I have 101 friends. All right. Peace out, guys. Let me know if you go to a meeting in the next few minutes.
Yeah, definitely.
Love you
all
guys.
Right.